Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of What?
Nothing.
There's always a break before we actually get into the intro of you scowling or rolling your eyes or doing something rude over there in the corner before
it's established as a need.
All right.
Continue.
All right. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Katrina Swathwood. Yeah, I skipped you.
Oh, sucker.
Corey Urkel.
Hey.
And our guest is, I hit the wire. I'm the first one to do it.
I guess they hit the wire. Welcome, Hit the Wire.
And our guest this week is Eric Galactus, who's been on 2 episodes?
The first one?
The first one.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Let's go.
I was on it when you came back.
Let's go 3, and then a couple unreleased.
There's
ones.
an unreleased episode, yeah. So yeah, welcome back. Did you see Incredibles 2 already?
Yes.
Okay, so we didn't talk. I mean, I know it's and you saw it, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit, just because I wanted to, and we didn't get to last week.
But you want to do a spoiler talk?
A spoiler talk?
I don't know. Something you mentioned you couldn't mention.
No, you hadn't seen it, and it's just, I mean,
It ruins it.
It's not one of those movies that's. I mean, we were all excited to see it, but it wasn't those movies that it was as big as like Infinity War. We wanted to talk about it immediately.
It made that money.
Oh yeah, it made a lot of money. Did you like it?
Very much.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's like it was just as good as the original.
They matched like 14 years later. There must have been some work trying to just matching tone. And
I have a question for you because I noticed this. Katrina didn't notice it. To any of you, did Elastigirl look younger? I know the technology. If maybe next time you watch it, you'll think about what I said. But I kept thinking that she looked younger, and I'm wondering if it's just that technology has come so far that they made Mr. Incredible look older. There were wrinkles around his eyes. He just looked significantly older, and she looked a lot younger to me.
I will say I haven't watched part 1 in like 5 years.
I think it's technology. Did you see there was like a screenshot going of what Violet's date looked like at the end of the first movie compared to what he looks like in the second movie?
Is it like trash?
He looks like a creeper at the end of the first one compared to how he looks in the new one. But then, like, did you see the one where they show Mr. Incredible when he has a blue sweater on? You can see like every single piece of fuzz.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably just
Technology.
Yeah,
that's what I'm assuming. The movie was great. There really wasn't a bad part of the entire movie. The only part that I honestly didn't like for some reason was that they actually got those glasses on Frozone. For some reason, I was like,
that's not going to happen.
Nah, that's not going to happen. Not that it mattered, but I mean, I was a little irritated about that.
For the kids.
Yeah, that whole fight scene with him and the kids basically trying to fight off like 5 adult.
Every action scene in that was awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing I kept thinking about the whole movie is, well, that's Saul.
Yeah, they really made him.
And that's Catherine Keener, and she's going to be the villain. I bet you she's going to be the villain.
Yeah, I figured that too.
I just assumed.
Yep.
I didn't assume her. I just assumed it was one of the two of them.
I guess the twist was that he wasn't in on it.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of predict it a mile away. It was almost like the first one, a rich person interested in superheroes.
The next question would be, is it 14 years before another one? No way.
I hope not, because they got to finish.
Did they have the apology before your
apology or like the
actors apologizing?
For how long I took?
Yeah.
You call that, was that apology?
They said sorry, didn't they?
I'm not so sure.
In a facetious way, but...
Yeah, I mean...
But, man, they all look so
which would...
Samuel Jackson, you've seen old, but Craig Ferguson?
Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson, yeah.
Coach?
Ferguson.
Yes,
is that
Coach.
the talk show host?
Oh, I don't know.
Craig Ferguson, I
have no idea
the guy
who that is.
He is the British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Scottish.
He's European.
Yeah.
My next...
Craig T. Nelson looks so old.
Just because it's popped in my head, what is the difference in time between Unbreakable and Split? Does anybody know?
Probably like...
Katrina, can you look that up?
Sure.
I bet you 2001.
Well, Unbreakable came out when I was in high school. I believe I was a junior.
My guess is 2001 to 2017.
So, Comic-Con's in 2 weeks. Where the hell are you going?
I don't want to hold my gum anymore.
Okay. Comic-Con is in a little over 2 weeks, and they've announced that they're having a glass panel.
Nice.
So, I mean, I don't know if Bruce Willis would be there. Have you looked at the poster?
Is it like a fan-made poster?
No, it's the real poster.
It's a real poster.
I
don't know if it's going to be what the movie poster is, but what it is it's somebody sitting there in a wheelchair, somebody sitting there in a chair, and then somebody sitting in a chair with a chain and like handcuffs. And the wheelchair is Samuel L. Jackson, and then underneath them, it's a guy standing there, and it looks like Mr. Glass. And then the other one is James McAvoy, and he's in the middle chair, and he looks like he's sitting in like an institutionalized chair, like he's in a mental institution. And the bottom half of it is him like standing up, like super jacked.
Yeah.
And then the third one,
the Beast.
Yeah, and then the third one is Bruce Willis sitting there, and he's chained, but when he's standing up, he's in like the hooded jacket almost.
Nice.
So it was a little interesting. I liked the poster. I mean, I liked Split as well, but I wasn't as sold on it as some of you guys. Did you ever see Split?
I haven't seen either of them.
You haven't seen Unbreakable
He
either?
hasn't explained the timeline.
Okay.
What he said was, I want to make a final movie to finish the story of that movie and this movie, and then a final conversation of that would be great.
So he's going to leave you up to determine what the timeline is.
Okay, I'm cool. With most people, with the director I really liked, I'd be okay with that. But he's had so many misses over the last, decade that it's a little
scary. Split was a crazy return to form,
and he owes that to James McAvoy almost.
I agree wholeheartedly. He was fucking phenomenal. Oh, was that the poster?
James McAvoy was amazing in Split, but have you ever had one of those instances? I'm looking at you. Have you ever had one of those instances where somebody tells you it's like the best fucking movie ever, and then you see it and you like it, but it's like,
Nah.
really?
Yeah.
Best movie ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, but I also don't watch a lot of movies, so.
We're trying to get better about actually watching stuff because we've watched The Office like 6 times through now. And it's just one of those things that you have kids. There's things you can't watch that you want to watch in the daytime, and then sometimes you're too tired. So we're almost done with the second season of Glow.
Which is great.
Yeah, which is great. It's a really good show. And it's 10, 30-minute episodes.
Maybe.
So you can get through it real fast. Corey, it might be something for you guys to watch, but we started Parks and Recreation for daytime because I never watched the whole series, and it's one of those things. It's the same thing. I can watch during the daytime.
Yeah. On the backpedaling,
Incredibles,
the James McAvoy train.
Oh,
He's I don't know if they just announced the cast for it. They had some promo picture on
the
Twitter.
Losers Club.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And him and Bill Hader and
Yeah,
a couple other names.
Bill
Just-
Hader
Chastain.
playing the older version of
Main
Finn
character.
from.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It is him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like okay, interesting.
I still haven't seen the remake. Maybe we should watch that this week.
I've never seen the original.
Yeah, but
If
that's
you watch
okay.
the original, you're just gonna think, man, this is fucking campy as hell, man.
Well, the original's also like 8 hours, isn't it? Because it was a made-for-TV special.
I'm guessing it's.
Did you ever see
probably-
that, Eric?
It's probably
I remember
5.
bits and pieces. Was that I thought his other one, The Stand, was
The Stand was a really long made-for-TV movie.
okay.
But I believe it was as well. It was a miniseries.
I
I
think.
think they cut it into parts, but I think it's just a standard length movie.
I don't think it ever got a theatrical release.
I think each part's about a movie length. To be honest,
Is it?
At least my
So is
child.
it like a double VHS tape, like back in the day?
It was a double VHS.
That's my childhood memory thinking this shit's fucking long.
I wonder if it was like 2-hour movies. I'm not really sure. Katrina, look it up.
Sure.
With commercials, I'm sure it was like 8 hours on TV.
Katrina's had the producer credit for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever been like, hey, look this up while we're talking.
Nice.
So
You should
we're going to
get
use it.
Alexa or something.
No,
Okay.
those things are demons.
I know they're demons.
So real quick, I'm playing Detroit Become Human, which so far, I mean, I'm
Has Detroit become a human yet?
It's the place.
It's based on
not a
Oh, I thought it was a
person.
command.
It's based on 3 androids, and I'm maybe 2.5 hours into it, and it is something like a Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah.
It's like playing through a movie basically. There's a few action sequences, but it's all responding to it to determine. But
Does it remind you of Blade Runner?
yes,
Yeah.
but the tree that like after each episode you play, it shows you the different selections you could, and they're still locked because you can go back and play them. But it's some of the choices you have to make are fucking unbelievable, and it's very emotional.
So TV miniseries, the runtime is 192 minutes.
Okay, so a little over 3 hours,
A little bit.
3 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was a miniseries.
Add commercials and you got yourself a night.
How long was Roots? Wasn't Roots really long?
Wasn't that
I
like
think that was
12
10.
hours?
Yeah, that was a long
I never watched it.
miniseries.
Yeah.
It had LeVar Burton in it.
That's cool. I didn't watch Star Trek Next Gen either.
I didn't either, but I watched Reading
Aw.
Rainbow.
Yeah, bro.
I did too.
Now you made me lose track. Oh, Detroit Become Human. Excellent, excellent, excellent game so far.
I'm surprised. I guess it doesn't remind you of all like the Telltale games. Where it's
There's so
heavy
much
narrative.
very, very heavy narrative, but the selection process is so much bigger.
So Telltale's a little weak. It's like
I like the Telltale games.
they do have a little bit of generic joints. Save this guy or save this guy, and both of them lead to the same. Like, you don't know at the time, but some of them could lead to the same ramifications.
I think to the point where certain characters can and cannot die over different scenarios, which changes the entirety of the game, which is crazy.
Very Heavy Rain, because you can.
Indigo
Everybody
Prophecy.
could die in that.
Wait, sorry. I just downloaded Heavy Rain because it's free on PlayStation Network this month.
I thought I read that it was free if you owned whatever the follow-up was, whatever it's called. Jeez.
No, I downloaded it today too.
That
You're wrong.
and Call of Duty 3.
Was that? I think did that expire already?
No, it's
Call of Duty 3 or
I
Black
downloaded
Ops
it.
3?
Yeah.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah, Black
Because
Ops
3 would be weird.
But it's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'm sorry.
Right. There's like a decade in between there.
True. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now is watching Glow, and I'm playing that game. And Incredibles was good.
Well, we're gonna finish Glow soon, so
Yeah, we only have three
Three.
episodes left. Mark Maron is so good in that show. I mean, all the girls are really good in that show too. It's just a very good ensemble.
After you finish this, you're going to have to wait.
Yeah, a long time. And then I just read that
Ah.
Mindhunters, which is like my favorite show on Netflix, is only going to be 8 episodes this year instead of 10.
stupid.
Mindhunters is better than Stranger Things. That show is phenomenal.
Yes.
That's
That's a statement.
yeah.
It,
That's
I
something.
mean, the show was renewed for a second season before it even aired, which is
It is that
pretty
good.
ballsy, but it is really good.
I just read today they're making a what do they call what's that show? The Snowpiercer.
Into a
Making
TV
that
show, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because you made me watch that movie.
I don't know how it'll work unless they spend a lot of time on each car.
Yeah, right. If it's like trapped in there the whole fucking time,
Or how people got there.
unless it builds on the whole world, I don't know.
I'm gonna get Eric into this in a second because you saw that Showtime picked up the Halo TV show, right?
Yeah, but I didn't really look any farther into it beyond that.
I didn't either. It seems like that's one of those franchises that they've been trying to get off the ground for so long.
Didn't they kind of make a little stupid show? If it wasn't a web series, I don't know what it was.
But yeah, it was wasn't it computer generated?
I think
I
actors-
have
But I think it got fucking slammed. It like sucked ass.
I have a Blu-ray called Halo Legends. That's just a bunch of animation. It's
Sucking
okay.
ass is subjective. That
Red
might be a
versus
good
blue
thing
is
for some
probably-
and a bad thing for others. Corey.
Very
Do you,
true.
do you guys remember there was like this, I don't remember what Halo game it was for, but there was a live action, like maybe 10,
Yeah.
15 minute long thing. I think I read that the guy who did District 9 made that. And
Ooh.
because
Sucks
like
for him.
I love District 9. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I actually like in the last, this year so far, I finally watched Elysium
I have.
and
So-
Chappie.
I still haven't watched either one.
Yeah.
They're both good, but I like Chappie better than Elysium,
Elysium.
or whatever.
I thought they both looked good. Well, I thought Elysium looked better than Chappie.
Elysium at least had the lead from
District 9?
and he looked badass in that movie. Like he was. You saw it. I didn't.
It took me a while to figure out it was him though.
Oh, yeah?
Well, like just because I hadn't seen District 9 in so long.
Okay.
Good movie.
All three of them.
He was in the A Team.
Well, you know what?
He hasn't done
A lot of stuff. I don't think
He did
he's
that first person
He
movie.
did a bunch of.
voice acting.
Oh, you're talking about the actor, Hardcore
Yeah.
Henry. I actually like that movie.
I haven't
We have it.
We
We
haven't
haven't watched it.
I don't know if you ever need to watch it twice, but I think once is good.
Brian and I got sick to our stomachs. It's when we saw Deadpool. They had a trailer for it, and we were both
yeah.
having like vertigo from watching the.
I thought it looked awesome.
Yeah,
So
I thought
he-
it looked interesting.
Like,
It was just
BB can't play first person games because it makes her dizzy. So I'm thinking, is that the same shit?
you should make her watch it.
I don't think she could if that's the case. Like it didn't bother
Head
me.
starts
The
spinning around.
perspective doesn't.
Is she okay with a lot of violence?
Yeah, generally I don't.
Okay.
What's the name of the? What was the movie where that guy played a king? The guy from District 9. It was one of those fantasy movies like Maleficent or
Yeah, it was.
what? Was it
Yeah.
Maleficent? I haven't even seen that. I was just taking
Prince
it.
Philip or King Philip.
Was it King Philip?
It's kind of a
I
wasted
don't know.
role. Like as much as I liked the guy, I didn't make the movie.
I got to see if he's going to be in anything.
When it was real quick back to District 9, the director made a bunch of short films that are on YouTube for free, and it's on my list of things that I would like to watch and probably never will.
Did you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yeah, I watched both seasons.
Okay. What are you watching right now?
We finished Luke Cage last night. And
I haven't even started. I haven't
Wow.
finished Jessica Jones yet.
You're ahead of us.
Jessica Jones season 2 was so bad.
Luke Cage is a lot better, but it's like there was a steep drop off in Jessica Jones.
It got better
Jessica Jones
in the second season.
the first Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
No.
It started to get better.
Oh, it's like
Then
we watched
it was
2 episodes.
awful.
We watched 2 episodes, and I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." And then a couple episodes got good, and then it just dropped off, and I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Did I really like the first season. I mean,
I do too, but
Everybody did.
not only was Jessica Jones in it, but David Tennant as Kilgrave was amazing in the first season.
No, that was the best episode of the second season.
I haven't seen him in it.
Good
I know
one.
that he's in it,
Yeah.
but
At this point, it's been more than 3 months. Sorry.
Some people are like
Spoiler.
2 years afterwards, and they want to complain. I'm like,
Eh,
whatever.
life goes on.
No, but that Jessica Jones was not good. So we started watching Glow, and then I'll have to go back and finish that before I watch Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I really like the guy that plays Luke Cage.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
The villain's good. I don't want to say too much about it, but Rick and Morty season 3 is on Hulu finally, so we're going to start that probably tonight.
I got it for my birthday.
I almost bought it, but then I was like, I've been on a Steelbook kick, and the Steelbook doesn't come with the digital copy, but the regular one does, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm whatever.
Yeah, we've watched the whole 3rd season, but you get all the swear words when you watch it. It's
different.
It's different. It is because
like context.
we watched
and
the
way
first 2
punchlines go.
We watched
It's
the first
different.
2 seasons on
Blu-ray.
on Blu-ray, so you heard all the swearing. Then we watched the 3rd season on TV,
Like,
and we're like,
what?
"What the fuck is this?"
Makes sense. I still don't have cable. I just have Brian's Hulu account.
Don't say that on here.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Contributing.
Do they let you have multiple devices logged into a Hulu account like Netflix? Let you have 3?
it's 2 or 3. I don't remember. I've
I don't-
never had a problem except for my TV. It doesn't like the Hulu app, and it'll just turn off sometimes.
We have Prime and Netflix. You got to watch What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make a promise because
You don't have to.
you know how that goes.
It's literally like an hour and 10 minutes,
It's
an hour
really
and 20 minutes. So
short.
it's not like a big time investment, and it really is
If you like the new Thor, you
great movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and Taika Waititi directs it, and he's one of the main vampires in it. And then Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords is in it, and then Rhys Darby, who
Yeah.
did you ever watch Flight of the Conchords?
No.
Did you ever see
Oh.
Yes Man?
Yes.
Okay, the redheaded bank teller guy.
Okay. That guy's funny.
He's in it, and
That guy.
yeah,
Great
great movie.
A couple New Zealand people,
Yeah.
but I think they're actually like famous.
Did you watch the
down there.
Paranormal trailer?
What was
Wellington
that?
Paranormal.
Wellington Paranormal. It's the cops.
No.
It's
There's a-
gonna
there's
air
a
in New
teaser out.
Zealand.
Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I'm wondering when it's gonna come to the States.
We've talked about What We Do in the Shadows enough on here. If any of you out there have seen it, you should go watch the Wellington Paranormal trailer.
It's pretty good.
The conversation came up because Taika Waititi is getting his own pop figure, and it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And that reminds me, after we get off of this, you got to sign up for all the exclusives, because anybody that gets in it, I want that fucking. Well, you might want. You don't collect pops. I want that Taika Waititi pop. I'm gonna
His
step.
romper?
I'm gonna step aside for a second because I got to show you guys something that we bought today.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
I don't know if you mean good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Do you guys
boom,
ever watch
boom,
Teen Titans
boom,
Go?
boom,
Of course, I have children.
Well, since we don't have cable, we just found out about it like a month ago and then just watched it.
You
all.
just found out about Teen
You,
Titans?
you didn't know it exists?
Well, Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. Like, I don't have cable. I know it exists.
Look at this gigantic Scrooge McDuck pop figure.
Is he in a pile of money?
He is in a pile of money.
What's the cause for it needing to be like 5 times bigger than everything?
Why not? We also got T-Rexes this
Like,
size.
is it like a 40-year anniversary or?
No,
Some
it's
shit?
just a Funko pop figure that's oversized.
I have a Sully that's that big.
Yeah?
Ew.
Comic-Con exclusive.
Okay.
Back before you had to wait in a ridiculous line.
Oh, when they were on the end
Like-
cap and you just walked up and bought stuff?
Was he
Pretty
flying
much.
the plane or what?
Sully?
Yeah.
So there was a flocked Sully on Amazon
Wrong
today.
Sully.
Like from the movie Tom Hanks.
No.
Oh.
There was a flocked Sully on Amazon today, and it was $10.99. And I looked back like 15 minutes later, and it was $50. Did you? Never mind. Jus.
Like sandwich?
Yes,
Sandwiches?
I like pop figures.
You like popcorn? You like everything that pops.
I like popcorn.
I'm at a coffee here.
Oh. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Pop figures. Taika Waititi. I like Taika Waititi.
And pops.
Pop
Don't-
figures are cool. I haven't bought any in a while because I ran out of room.
Yeah, we're out of room too, but I kind of keep
Buying them.
buying them still.
I don't own any.
That leads me to my next. I wanted to say this real quick. Eric and I have been collecting stuff for a long time enough to where we've collected stuff, gotten rid of that stuff, collected more stuff, gotten rid of that stuff, and kept going. So what I really want is the size I just showed you, the Jumbo Pops. They have a Dobby from
Harry
Adobe.
Potter.
Adobe. That's an expensive program.
It is very
That's
expensive.
the character's name, Dobby.
Okay, they have an Adobe at Target. It's Target exclusive, and it's the biggest pop they've ever made.
Is he dead?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he has a knife out of his chest.
I'd buy
What
it.
is wrong with you?
That'd be the first pop I buy.
No, but I was slightly irritated because at my local Target, they put a lot of their exclusives at the electronics desk. Right now, they have a 2-pack Sandlot with Wendy Pfeffercorn.
That was peppercorn.
Is it Peppercorn or Pfeffercorn?
I don't know.
You've never
Don't
seen
think-
Sandlot?
I have.
I don't think her last name
remember.
matters too much.
And Squints. Is Squints the one with the glasses that kisses?
Yes.
What's his last name?
His last name is Squints.
What's his first name?
Malcolm.
I feel like you just made that
I
up.
did. No, so I'm talking to the guy there, and I was like, "Oh man, they have Dobby and they have a Tom Riddle in the like sepia tone. Is that it? Is that sepia or sepia?
Like
Sepia.
brownish.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Black and white.
From when they flash back in
Yeah.
the
Old-timey.
in the book in the old timey. And I was talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have all the jumbo size Target exclusives," and I was like,
Who said this?
Fucker.
the guy behind the desk at Target, and he's wearing a Target shirt, and
Oh.
I'm like, he's like, I was like, "You work here, you can do that," and he's like, "No," he's like, "I work for a third party. All Target employees have to wait for a certain amount of time after they open to see if anybody comes in them, because it's like when we worked at the toy store, like last time I went to Target, there were still the fucking Hot Wheels guys waiting to get into Target to go get that shit." But he's like, "Yeah, I buy them all," and I'm like, "You motherfucker!" Like, if anything comes out, like the Night Crew stocks anything, I'm gonna be fucking stuck not being able to get these because this motherfucker, who's a third party person, can come in here and just snake them all. Like, that's bullshit. I only got lucky today because I'm sure that they didn't get to that aisle or whatever they were stocking, and they came out later in the day. So
Are you really that mad? We used to do that shit all the time. At
Yeah.
least I did.
I'm surprised
you know what?
didn't get his name.
I never did that for myself. I got my grandpa one Dale Earnhardt NASCAR diecast car, but I never put stuff aside.
I did.
You didn't get his name and file a complaint?
No, I'm not that guy.
I don't know.
What?
Seem
not that guy.
No, if I have a complaint too, like the last time I got really bad food from a restaurant I liked, I contacted them directly. I didn't complain about it online because if somebody's having a bad day, I was just saying, "Hey man, all the food came out cold," and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, here's free food." I'm like, "I don't want any free food." I'm just like, "Hey," and it was it was Funky Fries, and they were opening their new restaurant, and I was just like, "Hey man, I was just as a fan, I'm just letting you know. I wasn't trying to complain. I'm not going to put up a review on younger Robert might have. 34-year-old Robert's not going to do that.
Like all those skybound people.
I'm not going to bitch about it online.
Just on the podcast.
Just on the podcast.
You heard it, Frankie Fries.
Yeah. No.
Get your act together, motherfuckers.
Dude, I had the pho-rito there. It was so good, but it was so spicy. Pho. You like pho? You don't like
No, I
pho.
don't.
That kind of rolls into the whole skybound thing that happened with the mega box this past week and a half.
Yeah, Skybound has a
You
mega
can-
box that's just it's not a monthly, it's a like
Quarterly.
I think it's a
You
quarterly.
get Mega Jude.
And it's just like a box like anything else, but this month was a variant cover of a new comic, a Carl action figure, a beer koozie or cozy, whatever you want to call it, from this book
Redneck.
called Redneck, and in the book they have what was it called? Was it called Bloodweiser?
Yeah.
Instead of Budweiser's, Bloodweiser's about vampires. One of those phone pop things that you stick on the back of your phone is like a kickstand, and a T-shirt. And people are like,
Up in arms.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, like that.
crazy.
People are going crazy on their Facebook pages. Yeah,
Their
this is
insider page.
What's
the
Not
problem?
just like
They're just irritated that usually it comes with 2 comics.
this
It
is
came with one.
garbage. This box is not worth the money. I can't even sell this stuff. Like
So somebody said they couldn't even give it away. I said, I'll take it. And they said, well, where are you at? And I was like, well, where are you at? I'll pay for shipping. And then I never got anything back. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think I was going to get anything. And then he just went on the whole page, just badmouthing me how I'm an idiot and like all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, that's the internet now.
Like it got really, really bad. It was person after person after person just jumping on the bandwagon about how horrible this box was.
I'd have to hear in comparison to what you normally get.
Usually
It's a mixed box. You are paying for a mixed box.
Do you normally get the same type of items, or
it's
is this
usually
one
a shirt,
Random.
an action figure, at least one comic, and then a pin. A pin came in this one as well.
and there's
stuff.
usually a theme for the box. So like one was Adam Eve.
Yeah.
One was Invincible.
What is the cost of a box?
Is it $60?
70? I thought it was 75.
Is it
bucks.
75?
For one box?
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's all exclusive stuff.
it's every
Jesus.
3 months. But you got to figure, okay, their Skybound figures are $25 for an action figure. The shirt is another $25. That's $50
the
right
comic
there.
is going to be $4 or $5.
The
And
comic's
it's a variant.
the comic's gonna be $5 or $10 because
That's
it's a
true.
variant. So I mean, just once you start piecing everything together,
You're getting your money's
you're getting
worth.
your money's worth. It's just, it might be that people seem to have a higher standard for it because of the other boxes. Maybe I don't know.
It was just really uncalled for how they were going after them.
Yeah, it is what it is.
This
What it is. Some people,
garbage. What are you guys thinking?
what it ended up being is like 10 to 15 people complaining, but those people complaining on the other threads that people are complaining on. So it just kind of.
It was
built
just
up
really
real
shitty
fast.
for people who are getting such exclusive things and exclusive events to be treating this company. It just really upset me.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't like it, they'll stop buying.
And that's what I'm saying. If you don't like the subscription, like we used to have Loot Crate and we stopped liking it, so we canceled it. We had what, Nerd Block?
Nerd HQ. No, not Nerd HQ. Yeah, it was Nerd Block.
Nerd Block Jr.
It's way better than Loot Crate.
It was way better than Loot Crate, but it eventually got way too expensive for us to get it, every month. So, when it comes to that point, then you cancel your subscription. You go bitch fest on the internet.
Did you guys hear about this kid that drove into Walmart?
No.
Like literally.
Did you hear about this, Corey?
No, you teased it.
This is going to be my news thing for today because we like to throw news stuff out there. I'm trying to change the subject from the bitching.
That's fine.
Okay, so this guy is at Walmart, at 24-hour Walmart, at 12:30 in the morning with his girlfriend. And they get in an argument. And they try to leave. And this guy's like chewing out his girlfriend. And somebody from Walmart comes out and says, hey, staying here. Didn't want the woman to get beat up or anything like that. So he gets pissed and tries to drive over his girlfriend and this worker. And he drove, I'm trying to find it out. He drove his Dodge Ram 2500. And, God, this article doesn't have it.
Shut up,
He
Bryn.
drove out of it, too. But he drove like 16 aisles into the store.
What?
What kind of car did he have?
A Dodge Ram 2500. He did $500,000 worth of damage
Are
to the
they
store.
going after him for it?
Oh, I'm sure. Not only was it,
I'm sure his auto
it's
insurance
aggravated
carrier
assault, but
isn't going to cover all that.
he's charged with criminal mischief, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Vehicular manslaughter.
But there was a
attempted.
picture, like he drove into the store and like was going after
Where
somebody
was
in the
this?
store. Texas.
He was seeing
course it
red.
was.
His Dodge. It was a
Oh.
red Dodge.
His girlfriend must have really messed
Did
up.
his car get stuck in the store?
No, he drove out of it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
If you were that girlfriend, you just fucking put your hand or your head in your hand and go, "Oh God damn it, this motherfucker, man."
Yeah, that was. I only
I'm
had
gonna
2
be on
things
the
today.
news.
What do you have, Eric? You're the guest. What'd you bring?
I was going to talk about Luke Cage, but since nobody
Nobody
watched
else has seen it.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
I haven't really done anything else. We've just, I bought Bernadette a PlayStation controller finally, so we burned through a bunch of Lego games.
How long did she not have one?
Well, she had one for the PS3, and that died a while ago.
Wait, you got her PS4
Wait.
controller?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you had the PS4?
2.5 years.
You're a dick.
You've
You
only
waited
had
that long?
one controller for the PS4 for 2.5 years.
Yeah,
So you didn't let her? She just watched you play, or she just didn't get involved?
she just whatever.
That sucks.
Well,
You
I honestly
asshole.
probably wouldn't have bought the controller, but a bunch of Lego games were $10, so I bought like 3 games, and I was like, well, controller's on sale.
Oh my god!
You buy Lego Incredibles.
No,
That's not on sale yet.
I bought was it Marvel Superheroes? Or no, it was the Avengers.
Okay.
What was the one we beat right before that?
Lord of the Rings.
No, I wouldn't buy that one.
Harry Potter,
Lego movie.
I wouldn't buy that one either.
Indiana Jones, Lego Batman.
Batman 3.
I don't like any of the Lego Batmans or Lego
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Joneses.
Batman 3 was the chore. Marvel's been fun. I bought Force Awakens. and I bought Lego Dimensions because we found it on clearance at Target.
Yeah, because they don't make stuff for it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It was only $18 for the starter set, and we had a ton of level kits for the dollar store. I had a bunch.
We bought Disney Infinity at Toys R Us before Toys R Us closed for $2.98. Yeah. We were like, might as well buy an extra copy. We bought
Well,
it for
we
a
bought
different
it-
system.
Yeah, but all the characters translate.
Yeah.
So
All those games were like so 5 years ago. Like that genre, it was like the Rock Band or the Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it flooded the market. I honestly think out of all of them, Skylanders did the best.
I've never played any of
It
them.
lasted the longest. I think it sold the most, which is funny because it went against Lego and Disney.
are they
Those-
even going to make another one?
Well, thing is
Being the
the
first
other,
one on the market had
Yeah.
an advantage.
and they tried to attach it to Spyro at the beginning because the first one was Spyro's Adventure.
Yeah.
Well, no, a beta for a new Skylanders game just came out, but it's a phone game. But I don't think that they're going to stop making them. I think they just took a break because it came out every year, 5 years in a row.
Kids are all playing Fortnite now. I think.
Yeah, but this is Skylanders is aimed at a thing before.
5 to 8.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there's that many kids.
Oh
that
yeah,
age
but
range
there's that many shitty
playing
parents
Fortnite.
too.
Yes.
For sure, but I think that's the demographic people are gonna.
Spider,
Yeah.
just kill it. Really?
With your hands.
If they turned it into an app, though, I mean, newer phones, you should be able to use the things on them with
The QR.
RFID.
Yeah. Probably could.
What do you mean for like Skylanders and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see why a phone couldn't.
I think
read
a
the
phone
chip
will
like
pick that
the,
up.
like the Portal could.
And the thing about Skylanders is the games were pretty well reviewed too. They're fun, they're colorful, the characters are, and like even now, Oliver played it today and yesterday and the day before.
He usually, that's what he does when he goes in the garage.
And they'll play with the action figures and stuff too. So I mean, we've spent probably $1,000 on
Easy.
Skylanders over 5 years, but they've gotten it's. Parker's played through all of them. Oliver's played through all of them, and they've got a lot of play. I liked those games; they were fun. It was the first game that Parker and I really played together.
Yeah.
And it's because they had Skylander Giants for like $15, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And it was a terrible
And then
idea.
it was over.
You know how I mentioned a couple times ago, Fortnite didn't have crossplay because Sony.
Yeah,
Kinda shut
they're
down.
getting kind of heat on that now.
I seen it was Todd Howard talking. He would love to have Fallout crossplay against across all consoles except Sony's the holdout,
Yeah,
What a surprise.
and that sucks. And so he put him on blast, kind of. I mean, he just it
Trying
was
to apply
an interview
pressure.
in Germany or something.
I know that for the last console, not the most current ones, but PS3 and 360, part of it was that Xbox didn't have the same security functions that PlayStation's. They weren't up to the same standard, so that was one of their excuses, whether it's true or not.
I seen some ex-Sony executive, like outwardly they say it's for safety for their consumers on their
But
system.
internally, it's money.
Yeah, because Epic Games said like they fixed something, configured something, and they fixed that problem, but crossplay never opened up.
Well, think
then
about it this way:
Internally, they don't want anybody who doesn't buy something on their system to have access to anything they promote or.
Well, I mean, we'll see. End up long term seeing what the backlash is on this, but currently there's way more PlayStation 4s out there than Xbox Ones.
And that's where the majority of the Fortnite players play. I know it's just launched, but Switch, you're not going to get a hardcore
No.
fan base. You're going to get 80 million.
And you can say that
subscribers.
if I outsold your system 2-1, be like, why the fuck do I want to do that?
Yeah, they're not going to bend.
If everybody and their friends are playing on this, if somebody doesn't have it, they're going to go out and buy PlayStation 4
Yeah.
and play it on the system with their friends.
And if you're on PC, you're playing PUBG or something. Usually, that's a more hardcore crowd, and this is like a very more casual.
Have you played
Yeah.
Fortnite at all, Eric?
No.
No.
I thought about downloading it, and then I was like,
I mean, it's free.
I don't have time for anything else. I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna say,
It's-
well, I just don't have time to play like online games because I have such a backlog of single player games I want to play.
I get that. I've played Fortnite probably about 40 or 50 times.
Did you play it more than we played Uncharted online? Because that was the last
Yes.
online game I
Yes.
played.
That was a
Really?
fun game online, too.
Yeah, because my what do you call it? What do you call it? PlayStation Plus?
PlayStation Plus.
It's expired.
I'll be playing
I-
Fallout 76 online. I bought the $200 version of it. It's my thing. No, Fortnite.
It's not going to fit on his head.
That's
No.
fine.
Fortnite has a huge learning curve because of the building and firing and stuff.
It
And
was so funny watching you play that game.
why? Because I get frustrated.
Oh yeah.
I don't get frustrated like I used to.
Not
No,
the
but it
Halo
was really
days.
funny. Just kind of it seeing glaze over you. Like I have no idea how to do this.
Yeah, yeah. But it's
Different game styles, no respawning, so it's just
that's what I don't like is that once you die,
You're dead.
The funny thing is though, I died one time, and Parker was here, and we just watched the because you can watch the person that killed you, and then once that person gets killed, but it ended up being the guy that killed us against one other person. They were both so fucking good at the game.
Who do you root for? The guy who killed you, or the guy
who's trying to kill your guy that killed
In
you?
that game, I was rooting for the guy that killed me. If it was like this is a less extreme version of that, but like, I'll never root for a sports team that's in my team's division. Because they'll be like, oh, they're representing the division. They beat you. You should root for them. Fuck that. I'm not going to root for the goddamn Dodgers.
No, fuck
Or
those guys.
I guess I don't root for anybody.
Or the Giants. Screw them too.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
No, but Fortnite is a
I
little
don't
bit more
care.
fun than I thought it was going to be. Especially when I've the few times I've found some like treasure chest that has some cool items in them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get the appeal, but it's just I'm never going to be good at it.
That risk reward paid off. Launching a free game for everybody and just hoping that
You're going to get a ton of shitty versions of it though. Not
Oh,
of Fortnite.
imitations. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure it's already. There's probably a bunch out.
Money is money is money.
A lot of people are trying to compare that Fallout 76 to that, but that's not what it's going to be.
No, completely different. It's like Borderlands, if anything. Fallout
Borderlands, or I feel like it. To me, I played a little bit of Destiny, and it feels a little bit like
yeah,
that.
same thing.
Did you play Destiny?
I played the first one. For the stuff I read on 76, it reminded me more of Destiny than anything else.
But these maps are going to be huge, huge, huge maps.
Destiny
and-
wasn't open world, was it? It was just.
It had a hub, and then when you went out there was other people playing in the same server as you.
But it was like linear, invisible walls all
No,
over the place. No, it wasn't like a big open world.
not really.
Yeah, because I remember being on the moon level all the time, and there's like cliffs where you would just die if you jumped off.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But this is going to be an open world, and from what
Right.
Todd Howard said, it sounded like there was going to be a few dozen people per map.
So Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead.
If
maybe
you have a
that.
huge fucking map, if you have 48 people on the map, there's a chance you don't even run into anybody.
I'm guessing they changed the way. Big games like that, it gets boring if you can't like link up with friends. If they don't have a bunch of different options for fast travel, what if they introduce vehicles?
I'm okay with that. Did you watch anything on the Fallout thing?
No.
Where you can launch nukes in the game if you find enough keys? There's 5 or 7 different nuclear
You're
locations.
just gonna get griefed.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna play with Corey number 2 and whoever else. But I was gonna say Brian. That'd be kind of weird.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You think he would play it? I don't even think he played.
He played 3.
Did he? Every
No,
time
I
I would
thought-
tell him to play 3.
I think he said he hadn't played it.
I don't think he's played any of them.
He played some of 3. He didn't play any of New Vegas or 4.
I didn't play 4, but 3 was a great game.
It was. Did you play New Vegas?
No.
New Vegas was fun.
That
I
was
did.
good.
I did 3 and all the DLCs.
Except for all the glitching, I really love New Vegas.
See, but there was no glitching when Eric played.
My PlayStation was dying, so I don't know if it was the game.
I didn't
or-
have any glitching, and I played it like 2 years late.
That's fine. I had so many fucking times it crashed.
Well, you played it early on, didn't you?
I guess so.
Because
But
the earlier you played it on, the less patches they had
I
for
remember
it.
the last battle on the Hoover Dam, like I did it 4 different endings, but that shit would freeze up so often.
Actually, I downloaded some mods for the newest one on PlayStation.
Oh,
For
yeah?
some like shading and different environmental things. It turns off all your trophies on it, but I didn't really care.
That's interesting. Yeah.
You
You know,
alright over
remake
there?
Child's Play
What'd I do?
I saw that.
without the guy
Brad
involved.
Dourif,
No, I guess the writer. was
Grima
like-
Wormtongue.
He wasn't the writer.
Grima Wormtongue was the serial killer.
Yeah, Don Mancini?
I stopped watching Child's Play after the 3rd one. You ever seen those?
I've seen the first one.
No.
I'm not sure if I've
You haven't seen any of them?
No.
I know I've seen 2 or 3, but if I've seen them, they blur together to me.
Okay, the second one is
Wait,
when...
third one with the black kid, right?
Yes, it's in the military.
Okay, I for sure seen that one. I know.
Well,
I've
no,
seen
it's
the
not.
first
It's
one.
the same kid in the first 3 ones, but his best friend is a black kid.
Okay. God,
I haven't watched these in years. I'm kind of just pulling
1
these
and
out of
3
my head.
stick out of my mind. 2 doesn't.
Number
but then-
2, was it number 2 or number 1 that the finale was in the toy factory of the good guy's doll, and he gets his hand cut off and he sticks a knife into it, and he's like chasing after him.
Wait,
And he's like,
I remember that scene, but I don't remember which one it is.
I wouldn't know.
Alan, Berserker. When you listen to this,
Please
tweet
tell
out
us.
which Child's Play that is in.
And
'Cause
stop scoffing.
Alan at 4 guys at a
At a table.
will know this for sure. Those motherfuckers had okay. I haven't seen the Babadook, and I need to watch it.
Babadook.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't.
But they were doing a 32 bracket of the top scariest people or the top
Movies.
best. No, it was the top best horror villains.
Okay.
And it was Freddy Krueger against the Babadook, and Freddy Krueger lost. I'm like, this is bullshit. He's one of the most iconic.
You haven't seen the movie, so who are you to say?
Yeah, I know.
Pass judgment after you watch it.
Yeah.
Invalid.
What were you going to say, Katrina? You got something?
Yeah. So they're doing the Kimbo Slice biopic.
Really?
Did you see who's going to play him?
Keenan Thompson.
No.
Should I take some guesses? Is it the guy that played Suge Knight in
No.
Okay, that was a good one, right? I mean, that would have been.
Is it a professional fighter?
No.
Is it a professional athlete of any kind?
No.
Is it an actor that I would know?
Yes.
Is it the guy from Luke Cage?
No. He's in Black Panther.
Is
It's
it
the guy who plays
M'Baku?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Winston Duke.
We just watched Black Panther again this last week or 2 days ago. Such a good movie. You saw it, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I bought Black Panther shoes. You didn't see these shoes? All the Marvel shoes?
I saw them.
I've seen
but
them.
those don't look like Black Panther shoes to me. They just
I've
look
seen
black.
the Captain Marvel
Literally,
shoes.
they just have like his claws where you put the laces through, and then they're black otherwise.
I buy
Nice.
dad shoes now. Comfort over appearance.
I did buy a $30
Smart.
pair of Reeboks from Costco that I'm like, these are pretty comfy compared to Vans.
Man, my Reeboks from Costco were not.
I buy $80 Asics or Rockports. I walk
Asics
around
are
a
the
lot.
way to go.
Asics and Rockports. We're talking old man stuff now. So M'Baku, is that what's his name? Is M'Baku?
M'Baku.
M'Baku. He was so good in that.
Guy.
He was like, if you say another word, I'm going to feed you to my children. I'm just kidding.
We're
We're vegetarians.
vegetarians. I don't have children.
No, we watched Ragnarok and Black Panther the other day.
Which one's better?
They're such different movies. It's like apple to oranges. Well, you can still compare them, but I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. Bitch don't know about Pangea. No, they're both good movies. I might give a slight edge to Ragnarok because of my love of Taika
Taika.
Waititi.
I think I say the shake weight.
The shake weight.
And they did Andy Serkis dirty in Black Panther.
He was such a
He
good
was
character.
great.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to.
Me neither. But oh my god, Michael B. Jordan was so good in that. Holy shit! Just watching it again, I'm like,
Did you hear Trevor Noah this time?
no,
The guy from the Daily
no,
Show?
I know who he is.
Okay, it was the thing when they announced that he was actually in that movie.
Who was he?
He was the voice of the computer talking to Agent Ross. Was it Ross?
No, Agent
What's his name?
Bill Ross is the general, the secretary.
Agent... Jeez, I should know his name. Maybe.
Bilbo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the computer voice talking to him
Nice.
is Trevor Noah.
I thought his name was Ross
Is it?
or Russ.
Or
I
Look
got
it up,
it.
Katrina.
Race.
Well, as I'm playing in Detroit Become Human, Clancy Brown is in it. Do you know who Clancy Brown is?
Yeah, Mr. Krabs.
He is Mr. Krabs, isn't he? But you know, I mean, Shawshank.
That's what he's known for
Yeah.
mostly, because he was not in many good movies.
I know more from Shawshank Redemption or
I think the best movie he's in is probably Starship Troopers.
Pet Sematary 2. I watched Pet Sematary 2 a lot as a
Highlander.
Yeah, Agent Ross.
kid. Is it?
Hey!
But isn't it the General Ross?
Yeah, it's
But he's
General
not an
Ross.
agent. So,
He's
But-
CIA.
It just seems weird that they would have two characters with the same last name.
Everett
that's
K.
lazy.
Ross.
they derive from comics, so whatever, Robert. They're going to change the characters' names, because two of them are similar.
How much longer until we hear a casting news about Fantastic Four movie now that the rights are going back to Disney?
They're going to
Isn't
wait
there
until all the
still a-
papers dry.
Yeah,
Not too soon, I hope.
grace period.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they already have plans. I mean, you know that they're chomping at the bit to get X-Men and all that shit back in-house. Because you know who the fan favorites are for that, right?
I think they should have the original cast. Might make it a
What?
little awkward for
John Krasinski and Emily Blunt
Oh.
as Mr. Fantastic and
that'd be
Invisible
good.
Woman.
when the Human Torch meets Captain America. Might
It
be a
had
little awkward.
who was that Human Torch? I'm just ignoring Corey. I know they had John Cena
Jessica
as
Alba back.
the Thing, which that's fine. He's starting to make the transition. I know they said he was pretty good in Cock Blockers, and he's in the new Bumblebee movie.
Oh, yeah,
Does he
was
play a
that
dad in
trailer.
that movie?
In Cock Blockers,
No, in Bumblebee.
I think he plays like he looks like the bad guy.
Okay.
I think they should get The Rock for the thing. Makes sense.
He'd make too much money.
Yep.
But he's
he
The
would tank
Rock.
the whole entire budget.
Did you don't want to bring back Michael Chiklis?
No, but they could just call the character The Rock.
Out of those things, he wasn't the worst part of that movie.
No.
No, it's Jessica Alba.
Now, who the fuck did they want to play? Human Torch.
I don't know.
They're gonna bring back Doctor Doom.
You'd almost have to, right?
Yeah.
He's too big of a villain to not use.
You're just gonna bring another fictional country into the mix?
What is it, Latveria?
I think so.
Latvania?
I think
That's
it's
fictional?
Latveria.
Do I need to buy you a map?
Michael B. Jordan.
A globe. Is that who they said is?
Do you want to put
No, he
sanctions against
played in-
Wakanda?
Did you know that
Oh,
Kazakhstan was the place before
that's true.
Borat came out?
Probably not.
I didn't.
That's old.
I
though.
watched
Jesus.
Borat late,
Late.
like 2
At
years
night?
after it came out.
Good movie.
It is. You know, I thought it looked stupid, so I never watched it, and then I watched it, and it was
Dave
pretty
Franco?
epic.
Is that what you were reading?
Maybe it was Dave Franco. I like Dave Franco. You know what movie we watched that wasn't actually too bad was that movie with him and Emma Roberts, Julia Roberts' niece?
Nerve?
Where they, like, there was the people on the internet that, like, dared you to do things, and you made an increasing amount of money.
Nerve, wasn't it?
Something like that. That was pretty good.
That wasn't the horror one. That's
No, it wasn't a horror movie.
No,
Truth
that was
or
Truth or
Dare?
Dare that just came out.
okay.
Blumhouse is bringing a couple movies to Comic-Con.
Ooh.
There was a lot of people that are like, oh my god, because HBO is not bringing anything and Marvel's not bringing anything. Although Into the Spider-Verse and Venom are going to be in Hall H, so Sony's bringing something, but Marvel's not. But there's so much stuff coming. Like Castle Rock's coming, which is, I'm not a huge Stephen King fan, but it sounds really interesting because it's like a collection of like his different franchises.
You know, I was thinking next year I think I'm going to try to get tickets for D23.
I was looking at it too.
I think that's why Disney's skipping Comic-Con.
Well, it seems like they've done every other year because last year they had stuff in Hall H and the year before they didn't. So I'm wondering if they're just, or if they really are just in a situation where the only next thing, because Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out in 2 days, 3 days.
Is it really?
Yeah, it comes out this Friday.
I had no. I walked into theaters for Incredibles. I had no idea like Sicario 2 came out.
I haven't seen Sicario 1 and I want to see it.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I like Sicario 1. I heard okay things, but
I heard the second one was more the same, which a lot of people are okay with.
Well, if something's good and you get more of it, is that really a bad thing?
Like Guardians.
Yeah.
Taken 2, Taken 3.
At what point is it just...
I haven't seen 2 or 3.
I've seen 2. I haven't seen 3.
At what point does he just become a bad father?
Right?
Yeah.
But no. And then the next movie to come out is Avengers. And I don't know if you've been downtown, but there's Avengers fucking posters everywhere
Captain
through downtown.
Marvel will come out before Avengers
Captain
does.
Marvel comes out in March.
Captain Marvel comes out before.
Yeah, that's a prequel. It doesn't count.
It's going to be important to the timeline.
Yeah.
Dude, they're bringing back Ronan. And that other guy's name I can't remember.
They're bringing back Ronan?
Ronan's in it. And
I didn't know
is,
that.
Yay!
What's the guy that's with them? I can't pronounce his name.
Yondu?
No, the
Goku?
dude that has a medal in his head that
Shut
Groot rips
up.
out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can't pronounce his real name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Both of them are in it.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Wait, what
You
dude?
more excited now?
And Agent Coulson's
The guy
in it.
from Blood Diamond?
Yeah, okay.
I've never seen Blood Diamond.
But you know he's in it?
Yeah.
Should watch Blood Diamond.
He's in a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. I wish he'd never won an Oscar.
But it's set in Africa.
He made it pretty far before he did.
Yeah. I actually watched that just to see
Yeah,
him win
Robert
it.
was very excited about it. No, that was one of the topics I had on here was Evangeline Lilly talking about the Marvel guys complaining about their suits.
She got equal billing in this as Paul Rudd.
It's the first time a female character, his name is in the title for a Marvel movie.
Huh. Well,
Besides Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel hasn't
Well,
come out yet.
Yeah,
so.
it hasn't come out yet.
It's because unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I don't have a huge interest in seeing a Black Widow movie, but I would, some of the supporting roles that, like, I'd watch a Valkyrie movie over a Black Widow movie, and I wouldn't mind watching the Shuri and Okoye and Nakia over Black Widow, to be honest.
You hear about casting for a new Men in Black?
Yes. I know that Chris Hemsworth is in it.
And Valkyrie. What?
Tessa Thompson.
And
Somebody else.
geez, some older actor. Let me think.
Tommy
Wow.
Lee Jones. Nice.
Jinx.
No.
Jinx has been outlawed in this house.
Yep, we don't do that anymore.
Did you, when I was in the other room, did you say you just started watching Teen Titans Go?
Yes.
Yeah.
The show is so funny.
We
You gonna go see the movie?
probably now because we watched
Everything.
it all, and then it's just continually on.
Yeah.
Now.
It's a good show. I know a lot of people that watched the other Teen Titans aren't really big on it, but it's for kids and it's funny. Have you seen the trailer for the new one or the movie?
Yeah.
Where Slade comes in, Deathstroke, and they're like, "Are you Deadpool?" No, it looks pretty good, and I've heard that generally they're Chris Hemsworth's only been in 38 movies.
He
a lot
doesn't
more
like
than I-
exercising.
Tessa Thompson, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and the guy from
Oh,
the Big Sick.
Kumal.
I read a little thing, but said he's going to play an alien who's. I think you just hear his
That
voice.
runs a
but
pawn shop.
He's trapped inside a chessboard.
He's not playing Tony Shalhoub.
No, that's why.
You haven't seen The Big Sick, have you?
No.
Good
It's
movie.
really good.
Really good movie.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's a
Super
good
sick.
movie. Ray Romano's in it. He's pretty fucking good in that movie too.
Holly Hunter's in it too.
She's Elastigirl's in it. We bought Parker and Oliver Incredibles blind box, and they both got Elastigirl, different costumes. And then we got them Happy Meals today, and they both got Elastigirl again.
She's the main character.
Yeah, she is.
I
You
like,
got
her
anything else?
I like her motorcycle.
That was cool. That
Yeah.
whole chase scene was really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite part was the seizure fight.
Yeah. Did you see the seizure warnings before the movie?
No, I didn't even notice. I read it like a day or two later.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
seizure warnings at the theaters.
I couldn't hardly look at it.
Really?
Like when the
Really?
whole room was flashing.
Well, you can't see anyways, so
No, it is annoying to watch a screen that's full of flashy lights. So I'm just kind of like looking around and like, oh, god damn it. So
Yeah.
it's
you need to
about-
go to an optometrist.
No, it's flashing fucking black and white like
You should
strobe
still be able to
lights.
focus.
You should probably still see an optometrist.
I don't think that's
not even
healthy to watch. To be
No,
honest.
that's why there's a warning. But not
Yeah.
even with that, you should still go see an
Oh,
optometrist.
that's withstanding. But
Are you gonna go?
No,
How long do you wait?
until he starts to go blind.
So you can't see what you're driving?
yeah,
Parker made me go blind. That was fun.
Yeah.
like not having 20/20 is not horrible, but not being able to see is not good. But being in the middle, that's okay.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
I
Not
can
for
The
driving.
DMV does not agree with you.
Yeah, I wonder. Have
They
you had to
gave
go
me
back?
They gave me a license. I passed it every time.
Well, when was the last time
Last
you
time
took
you
it?
did it.
2014,
Yeah, it's
maybe
been a
15.
Well, it's every 3 years. So,
Then are you sure?
well, you don't have to go in every time. So maybe not. But your yes, licenses expire every 3 years.
I thought it was 5 years.
Yeah.
Mine was 2015 to 18. I just renewed mine though. So
She got one from Arizona, 40 years.
nah.
while. No, you're not supposed to do that if you live in
You
the
guys
state
are
of
both
California.
looking up your issue date.
So you renewed mine in 2019. I feel like I,
I
did
think
in
it's
2014.
5 years.
Yeah.
Mine's 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine was 2015 to 18.
Maybe there was something that happened and they made you update it sooner.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't trust you.
I don't really care. Except I went and took my picture with his beard.
I
So that should be interesting. And I got one of those real IDs.
need to get one of those.
Better than Murr.
Yeah, that was good. Speaking of that, the Impractical Jokers will be back at Petco Park again this year.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I wonder if they're going to be showing clips of their movie because they've been filming for... They've already wrapped, I think.
They have a standalone movie?
Yeah,
Same premise? Or is it
probably.
like Jackass, how it's just bigger and better?
Probably just bigger. I wonder if they travel different places because he was off of Tell 'em Steve Day for 8 weeks.
Wow.
Did that Johnny Knoxville movie do okay?
No, not at all.
Action Point.
What are you saying wow at?
Did I say wow?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was watching something. I talk about where
I have no idea why.
Johnny Knoxville talked about all the times he got hurt, like on
Oh,
Vanity Fair or something.
because he was off of Tell 'em Steve Day for that long.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be gone from a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I made it like 6 months.
Being off of it? But Q has been on Tell 'em Steve Day since the first episode. I mean, he's on every episode.
So it'd be like if
Corey left. Which
Corey's-
we've thought about, but
For 6 months. Hiatus.
I'll text him and be like, hey, we need to do a podcast, and he won't respond to me for like 3 days. And then I'll be like, if it goes one more day without him responding to me,
I'm never gonna talk to
You're
him
switching
ever
to a
again.
guest role. And then you get back to me.
Do I?
Yeah, you're
When have
pretty
you
bad
ever find
about
a
it.
podcast out more than 3 days in
it's
advance?
because every 4th day he actually is allowed to use his phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have restrictions.
She just doesn't like me. That's okay. She's not going to listen to this.
No, she won't.
No. Although the last couple times, nobody cares about this.
Yeah.
Rub and Tug.
What?
That got your attention.
What's a rub and tug?
It's a movie coming out with Scarlett Johansson.
What is it about?
She's going to play a man.
a trans man, which is why everybody's upset about it.
Yeah, a man.
So she's going to play a trans man. That's the thing, is Corey's actually trying to be politically correct right now.
Nobody got mad at Jared Leto for.
That's why
He played a trans man, though.
the whole thing is right now they're trying to give representation to people who are actually
Yeah.
trans people.
That's a thin line. We can talk about it. That's a weird line to walk because you want to have a name that draws people in, and she's a big name. She's a big actress.
It's because he's a trans man, not a woman posing.
So
as
they
a
wanted
man.
a man to play. Okay,
Like a Jared Leto did in
Dallas Buyers Club.
Right.
And so when they asked her
But-
for a statement, she just deferred them back to everybody else who's played a trans character instead of actually addressing it like a normal person.
Did she do the same thing when she got cast as
Right,
Ghost
and
in
that's
the
what they're
Shell?
saying. It's the same director too.
nice.
So that's why they're kind of.
So there's a little outrage.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's she
All
gonna
right.
do?
Yeah, it's
She'll be playing a black
You
woman
can't make
in her
everybody
next,
happy.
in her next movie. We'll see how that goes.
Round 3.
She'll keep pushing the envelope.
is she gonna play Robert Downey Jr.? It's gonna be a man, a white woman playing a man, playing a
Blackface.
Black man.
black man.
I like it.
You like that?
That should be like
You need to
a
pitch that, Robert. Make some
funny or
money.
die skit.
Yeah. Have you watched Brockmire at all? You don't have cable.
I don't.
God, Hank
no.
Azaria is so good in that show.
They don't have it online?
I don't know.
If it's not on Hulu,
Did we talk? He's not doing the voice of Apu.
Yeah.
No.
We talked about it on
Yeah, he left.
same thing. He voluntarily stepped down.
Good
because
for
of
him.
A documentary that came out.
Yeah.
So it took him 24 years.
I listened to the guy who did the documentary on an interview.
Did he have a valid point?
Well, the thing is he loves The Simpsons, and he wasn't even against. It didn't sound like he was against the character. It's just he think there needed to be some reform
It was a prime example of bias in Hollywood.
or racial stereotypes.
Oh, that's what they're mad at?
Well, I
The
mean,
portrayal of the character, not that it was a...
I think I can't remember who did it, but I think that was the only representation of his culture there was on TV. Period.
For a long period
For
of
a
time.
long time.
before the
So-
big
So he's
six.
like the poster
you
boy
have an
for
Apu
America.
I do not have an Apu tattoo.
Do you have a Mo tattoo?
No,
Isn't
Do you have a Barney tattoo?
no.
Kumar Indian?
Yes.
So, there you go. What a great role model. I'd choose Kumar over Apu.
For what?
My go-to Indian stereotype.
Now.
Yeah, how-
Well,
what was
like
it?
in 2004.
What was the gap between The Simpsons starting and that starting?
I have no idea. The gap between Simpsons starting and anything starting is like 80 years. So
What is it? Are they at season 30 already?
I think this year's.
Because they just beat Gunsmoke as the longest scripted.
Jesus.
It started in '89, but I feel like this season isn't 30. That's going to start in the fall.
They took a break. They
I
needed a
don't
year
know.
off, like
Or,
college.
weird stuff. I don't know.
voice actor wise, did they replace the kids in Incredibles?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because 14 years later, those kids' voices
The
sound.
I think they replaced Dash, but I think Violet was the same person.
Oh, that's interesting. Because
I just had an interesting idea. I saw it. I'm not going to say that I came up with this idea, and we'll finish the episode with this. How much time we got left?
Oh, a couple minutes.
Okay, we'll finish this real quick. Sci-Fi has the rights to Futurama now, I believe, and they put up a thing today that was like dream casting for a live action, and it had Doug Jones as Zoidberg, which is great because he played the fish guy in that new movie, and he played in
plays
Pan's
the fish
Labyrinth.
guy and everything.
He's like do you know who Doug Jones is? He's a really famous like prosthetics actor. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Not off the
You
top
didn't
of my
see
head.
Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
No, that's not his thing.
Oh.
But you saw the trailers for Lady in the Water, right? Isn't that what it was?
With the.
Have you
swamp-
seen
The
swamp-
Shape of
Yeah,
Water.
Shape of Water.
Yeah, I
Lady
saw
in the
it.
Water is the M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Yes.
I saw the
that's
Shape of
and-
Water trailers.
Ladybird something else. So
right?
confusing.
What about have you seen
Ladybird
the
in the
Hellboys?
water.
He
Bits
played
and
Ape
pieces of
Sapien.
Some of them.
Well, anyways, and then they had
That's a no.
Sapien.
Palm Clementine. I don't know what her name exactly is. The girl that played Mantis as
Okay.
Amy. And it had Patrick Stewart as Farnsworth.
Nice.
But who would you cast as the other people? Like, who would you cast as Fry?
Adam West. Adam West.
Adam West. He's
Adam
dead.
West.
Too
dead.
soon.
Billy
what's-
West?
Billy West.
No,
Yeah.
it's too old. You know what's funny is Billy West does so many voices. You know that Fry's his actual voice. Like, that's
His
the
normal-
most similar.
that's him
It's
talking.
Fry's like an octave higher than what his actual voice is. Like, I've heard, if you've ever heard him in interviews, he talks more like Fry than he does any other roles. But who else would you have to cast? You'd have to cast Bender. But that would just be another
I mean, would you just cast?
John DiMaggio.
I mean, no, just cast Andy Serkis to do the
Motion
Motion
capture.
cap- Yeah.
and then have John DiMaggio do the voice.
I think get Johnny Depp.
But like you have Hermes, you have Fry, you have Leela.
They should just let Phil Lamar do.
No, Donald Glover.
Okay.
I'd be
guess-
okay. Yeah. You know what?
It's newer generation.
I like Donald Glover, but you have to have somebody that's like. Well, I guess you don't have to have somebody that's heavy set. They don't have to. I don't almost. Man, Donald
Wait.
Glover's so good.
What about for Fry? What about maybe Chris Pratt, but what he looked like more on Parks and Rec than what
Yeah.
he looks like now?
I'd honestly be okay with you. People are going to be like, "Ugh." I'd be okay with Donald Glover playing Fry. Well, see, there, Corey just did it.
I'm the internet.
You
can't do that.
Speaking of Patrick Stewart, I heard that he's going to be leading a new Star Trek show.
Really?
No,
Good
haven't
for
heard that.
him.
Rumors, maybe. Maybe I'm pulling it out of my ass.
I hope one day he
Uh.
finally makes his script come true, where he has
I
all
want him
the
to show up
powers
on Legion.
of
That's where I
Professor
want him.
Xavier, and he does whatever he wants at any point
Show
in time.
up on Legion.
Zachary Quinto just came out and said that Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek movie is going to have the current cast.
Really?
I mean, Quentin Tarantino's never done a franchise movie. Are they really going to let him take the reins? I know that he has a script out there, and it looks like he's really making a Star Trek movie.
Pretty interesting.
That's weird.
They want him for Lord of the Rings back in the day.
Didn't they?
That was what Weinstein threatened.
Yeah, he threatened a lot of things.
A lot of women.
Did you guys watch the trailer for Disenchantment? Or do you know?
No.
Do you have any clue?
No.
It's from Matt Groening.
It's the fantasy one that's
it's
on
on
Netflix?
Netflix.
Is it already on Netflix?
I think it comes out in August, but it's pretty much everybody that was in Futurama.
I'm
It's
okay
just
with
set in
that.
medieval times.
I'm okay with that.
I heard about it. I didn't watch anything.
I don't like. I haven't watched. I watched maybe 2 new episodes of Simpsons last season, if even that. I just don't care anymore.
I haven't. I fell behind on. We used to watch everything on Sunday nights.
Mm-hmm.
We'd watch Family Guy, Simpsons, and Bob's Burgers, and I don't watch any of them anymore.
I love Bob's Burger, but I don't know why. I just like continually, I'm just like more addicted to Futurama
It's
with no new
Yeah.
material.
yeah. It and I think it ended up being the better show.
I think it hit that point because The Simpsons doesn't know when to quit.
And The Simpsons still has gems. Like I accidentally watched an episode, and it was really good. And I think over a 23 episode season, 23 is that what it is?
Yeah, but you might get
1 or 2
yeah.
that are good. Yeah.
We're talking animated series for Star Trek.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope the first thing Disney does is cancel The Simpsons.
Are they buying The Simpsons? I know
I
that.
thought they were getting all their TV.
Well, they're
the
not
last-
getting any of the sports channels at all.
Last thing I heard, they were getting the sports too, but they have to sell it off.
Oh, maybe that's finalizing it. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I thought it was everything except their news channels.
If Simpsons is still making money,
I know they won't. 'cause
they won't cancel it.
They'll
I
probably
wonder
They'll
make,
how
find a way to
mad-
make more money.
They'll
If they're
announce
taking over shows, how
6
mad are they going to be that Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled?
That was a terrible cancellation. That's such a good show. Well, I mean, it got picked up, so it doesn't really matter. But
Right, but still, Disney could own that.
there's thoughts of Netflix picking up Comic Book Men. Comic Book Men got canceled 2 weeks ago.
Aw,
I saw a picture today
I know
that
it's still going on.
it said big things are coming, and it was Kevin Smith in front of a weed shop called Hollyweed, and I think he's opening up a pot shop.
That sells comics.
They had a secret stash in LA, and it closed down. Brian Johnson ran it. Didn't work out well.
Is that where he
I
got
assure
into
you
the
were
drugs?
I think he got no. Closing thoughts. Anybody? I'm out of coffee.
Funko 80s prom.
Yeah, I've never been to a prom. I never went to my prom.
I didn't go to mine either.
So we're going to
I think
Funko
you
Fun
did the
Days.
bell of a ball.
We're going to Funko Fun Days, and it's 80s prom. So I think we're actually going to dress up.
Nice.
It's gonna
I
be
found
fun.
a neon orange suit on Amazon.
That like in reference to Dumb and Dumber.
No,
Yeah.
because they have. I
Pop-up?
might go neon green. I haven't decided yet. They have neon green, neon orange. They have purple. They have blue. They had one that was money.
Nice.
Yeah,
Boy, you're gonna look dashing.
yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
You
It's
get
Funko's.
extra prizes for school spirit.
It's Funko's 20th year anniversary as well, so should be fun.
Oh, they all suck.
Who?
These
Corey?
two.
Yeah.
My
Well, the Corey always
enthusiasm.
sucks.
Is off the charts.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to get your first dance.
Get your exclusive.
So it's looking like our charity episode will be in 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh,
We're
shit.
still, yeah, I know we have a lot of work to do.
Fuck.
We're still nailing down the exact date.
How I'm gonna do this?
Yeah, how we're gonna do this whole thing. As soon as we have it nailed down, we will let you guys know the exact. Well, we'll let you know the day we're recording. Then I have to edit like 8 hours worth of.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
So in 1 year, get ready.
No, it'll take me probably a week to edit.
You shouldn't be that heavy at work, right?
No, I'm gonna put time in
Lunches.
on my lunch at work and every night on editing it. So it's looking like 4 or 5 weeks as soon as we have it nailed down. And like I said, we have a ton of cool prizes that we're going to give out to, and it's going to go to an awesome charity, Child's Play.
Just do it before I go to Chicago.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
I think
Yeah.
you're making Child's Play.
Yeah, I heard that. Without the guy that created it,
Wow, what a great charity.
Dave
Or wrote
Maricino. Maricino? Cherry? Dave Cherry.
What a great charity.
Yeah,
It killed kids.
Grenadine.
Grenadine. Anyways, that'll be this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds. We're out.